Hello everyone, it's Sandy from the St. Catharines Public Library. It's Black History Month, and I'm here today to share with you another story from our Norval Johnson Heritage Center collection. Our third story is about an event that took place in Port Dalhousie every year on the first Thursday of August, the Emancipation Day picnic. Thousands of Black Canadians and Americans would come together on that day at Lakeside Park to commemorate the act that supported the freeing of Blacks from slavery. In March 1793, John Graves Simcoe, an Army officer and the Lieutenant Governor of Upper Canada, learned that an enslaved Black woman named Chloe Cooley was forcibly bound and dragged onto a boat and taken across the Niagara River to be sold by her master in the United States. As a result of that incident, Simcoe quickly introduced new legislation in July of that same year, outlawing the purchase of new slaves and guaranteeing freedom for the children of enslaved Africans in Upper Canada when they reached the age of 21. It was one of the first pieces of legislation prohibiting slavery in North America. However, it was not until 40 years later, on August 1, 1834, that Britain's Slavery Abolition Act abolished slavery in the British Empire and freed thousands of slaves in Canada, South Africa, and the Caribbean. St. Catharines was one of the first towns to hold an event celebrating that day, Emancipation Day. Newspapers reported that in August 1835, there was a parade and a service with dinner at Salem Chapel, the British Methodist Episcopal Church on Geneva Street. People from other Black communities in Niagara joined in. Emancipation Day celebrations were held in various places in St. Catharines and revolved around the BME Church. It was not until the mid-1920s that Lakeside Park in Port Dalhousie became the setting for Emancipation Day celebrations. Every year on the first Thursday in August, both Black Canadians and Americans would come to enjoy a picnic and an event-strewn day. B.J. Spencer Pitt, a Toronto lawyer and president of the Toronto chapter of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, organized and operated the Emancipation Day picnic for over 27 years. He supported celebrations moving to Port Dalhousie because of its accessibility to people on both sides of the border. Under his guidance, the celebration became a huge success, and people came from Niagara, Hamilton, Toronto, Rochester, Niagara Falls, New York, Buffalo, and many other places to enjoy the day. They would come by car, streetcar, buses, and steamboat. Lots of white people would join in the fun as well. There were mid-range rides, the merry-go-round, dance hall bands, games, baseball, the beach, the water slide, and of course, the big picnic. As the Port Dalhousie Emancipation Day celebrations grew in popularity, greater numbers of Black residents from Toronto crossed the lakes on the steamer SS Dalhousie City and the Northumberland to attend. The numbers vary, but at its peak, the park boasted around 8,000 visitors at the picnic. Sadly, the number of Emancipation Day picnic participants started to decline in the 1950s. This was due, in part, because the two excursion boats that ferried people across the lake from Toronto were destroyed by fire. Also, the Universal Negro Improvement Association stopped hosting the event in 1951. Although Emancipation Day is still celebrated throughout Niagara, the big picnic had pretty much died out by 1970. Thank you for watching today's story about the Emancipation Day picnic in Port Dalhousie. We hope that you'll be able to visit us soon and check out our Norval Johnson Heritage Center collection.